Welcome to Eric R12. Today I will be reviewing the Prismacolor Premier, Verithin, and Scholar. I will be first checking their types of lead and their cores, and second I will be talking about their smoothness, and I will be also checking about their blendability and pigmentation, and how well they can blend with each other. So today I'm first going to be talking about the Prismacolor Premier kind. They have a soft core and they are really good. These are the artist quality pencils. They're currently made in Mexico. And I really love these pencils except for the fact that they break so much. That really, really drives me crazy. That's probably one of the only big downsides. Also, these are wax pencils, so sometimes I get wax bloom. But other than that, these are really, really good pencils. So next, I have the Prismacolor Scholar kind. These are the student grade Prismacolor pencils. It literally says on the box that they are preferred by art teachers, and that is very true. In school, I see these a lot. They have a little harder core, but not as good pigmentation. But it's really good that they have a harder core because then they don't break as often, which is really nice because that's the thing that drives me the craziest about Prismacolor pencils. So today I will be talking about the Prismacolor Premier Verithin kind. These are also artist quality pencils. They have thin lead, but they are very hard, which again is really nice because these never break. I very rarely ever get it that these break. So that's really nice. And other than that, they're usually used for like detailing and lettering, as it says on the package. And also, they have really good pigments as well. So, first, I'm going to be checking just how smooth they are, and I'll be starting with the Premier kind. I believe this is a magenta. And so, as you can see, Prismacolor Premier is pretty smooth. I mean, not as smooth as I would like it, but you can blend these, which really makes it very smooth. And next, there's the Verithin, and those are pretty smooth. And last, I will be doing the Scholar, and overall, I think the smoothest is probably the Verithin, but again, you can blend them, and that will make them really, really smooth. Next, I'm going to be doing a blendability test. I will be using the Premier kind first. And as you see, Premier, they're pretty similar colors, but they blend up beautifully, as Prismacolors should. I feel like they're pretty similar, but it's still, we'll talk about that later. And so next, I'm going to be doing the Verithin kind. And the Verithin did pretty good. I feel like it's not the best. Like, you could see it better, and I tried to get a smooth a bit blended. So, not bad, but Verithins weren't supposed to be the best blenders. That's pretty much what the Premiere kind is supposed to be. And last, I have the Scholar, and this just did not work. Okay, I feel like it was maybe the yellow because for some reason the orange and the yellow just wouldn't blend, and I always have a problem with blending yellow and oranges. So I tried really hard, and it just did not work. So yes, but Prismacolor Scholars can blend usually well. So after trying so hard, I decided give a couple let's let's give the Scholar another chance because I just felt really bad because I felt like that was really hard for them. But so I did that right now, and as you'll see, they blend really well, but they are very similar. So the Scholars can't blend, I feel like, as much, like definitely not as well as the Premier kind, but probably better than the Verithin. So yeah, that's what it. So next, I'm going to be checking the pigmentation of all of the kinds. The top is Premier, the middle is, I believe, Scholar. So next I'm going to be checking about the pigmentation of the three kinds of pencils. The top is Prismacolor Premier, the middle is the Scholar brand, and the bottom is the Verithin kind. So I'm going to be blending them with Gamsol and a blending tool. I never actually know what you're supposed to call them. Like sometimes a tortillon, but these aren't that. And so the Premier blended really well. They got very far, and the Scholar did okay. They're definitely not the most pigmented, which is what I was expecting. But then the Verithins went much farther than I really thought they would. They did much better than I thought they would. And so next, I'm going to be seeing how well they blend together. So I'll start with Premier and Verithin. And so they did a very nice job. I really, really loved how they blended. That was a pretty good blend. It's not perfect, but again, I still really liked that blend. It was pretty good. And next, I will be blending the Verithin and Scholar kind. And so I don't know, because these two aren't necessarily the best blenders, but we'll try. And so I did another red and orange combination, and that actually, well, okay, it didn't work out as much as I planned. Like there's sometimes like just work, and it just wouldn't. But overall, not bad. I mean, they did about as good as I thought they would, but they still did pretty good. And so yeah, they did about the same expectations as I thought they would. So last but not least, I'm going to be doing the Premier and Scholar kind. So I will be doing the pink and what's magenta and a red. And so they, again, blended really good as I thought they would. But I feel like, again, too easy. Let's try something harder. So let's go back to the dreaded orange and yellow. And so I'm using Premier orange and a Scholar yellow, and really bad. I feel like it's the Scholar because I don't have this much trouble with the Premier. So, but yeah, the Scholar yellow just will not blend with that orange. So yeah, I really don't know what to say. It's just not working as well as I thought. So in the beginning, I felt like I went really easy on the Premier. And so I'm like, let's try something hard. Let's see how good they really can blend. So I am using an orange and a magenta. And so as they blended actually pretty well. Unfortunately, Prismacolor, once you put on a lot of wax, it just won't blend as much as like I would hope for. But like, cause like they just like, I was trying to put the pigment down so hard and it just was not working. But overall, yes, they blended really well, I felt like. And so Prismacolor Premier can pretty much blend to many colors, and they're very, very good choice for blending. And the overall winner is, can I get a drum roll? It's Premier. As a shock to probably like no one, Premier won just because they have the best blending and pigmentation. They are the most expensive, so it kind of shows like to their performance. The only downside is the wax bloom and the and their soft leads, because while that is good, that also is their downfall, because just really, really does not help the Premier kind that they're so soft. Because that just makes the Premier kind break a lot. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment if you liked it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.